trim. The wraparound porch with hanging baskets, the living room with exposed beams and the original brick fireplace I'd had restored, the kitchen with subway tile and butcher block counters, the back garden where I'd planted roses and herbs. "Rachel, this is stunning," he said softly. "The restoration work alone must have been significant. I put in another $80,000 after closing. New roof, updated electrical, refinished floors, bathroom, renovations. The bones were good, but it needed love." I smiled. "It's my dream house. I wake up every morning grateful I found it." Uncle David passed my phone to Aunt Patricia, who gasped, "Rachel, this is absolutely beautiful." The craftsmanship, the phone made its way around nearby tables. Cousins crowded around to look, second cousins I barely knew, who murmured appreciation. Grandma Helen, matriarch of the family, studied each photo carefully. When the phone reached my parents, my mother's hands trembled. She scrolled through the images with tears streaming down her face. "This is your house. Yes, it's incredible." Her voice broke. "Why didn't you make us listen? Why didn't you force us to pay attention?" "Because I shouldn't have to force my parents to care about my life," I said evenly. "I shouldn't have to beg for basic interest in my achievements. I tried for years, Mom. Every promotion, every milestone, every piece of good news, I tried to share it with you. And every single time the conversation pivoted to Vanessa within 5 minutes, Vanessa's face had gone pale. I didn't know, I know you didn't, because they shielded you from it. They made sure you never had to think about whether you were getting too much attention because I got so little there was no comparison." My father set the phone down carefully. "Rachel, that's not we didn't mean to or didn't notice." I looked at him. "There's a difference. One is an accident. Kind of sister you want to be going forward." She nodded, still crying. My father's voice came out, broken. "What do you want from us, Rachel? How do we fix this?" "I don't know if you can," I said honestly. "This isn't about one missed phone call or one forgotten text. It's about 32 years of being the invisible daughter, of having every achievement minimized, every need dismissed, every milestone overshadowed by whatever Vanessa was doing that week." Uncle David leaned forward. "Rachel, for what it's worth, that house purchase was brilliant. Historic craftsman in Laurel. Host, that property will appreciate significantly. You're building serious equity. Thank you." That was my thought as well. I smiled at him. "Thanks for remembering enough about my life to ask about it. Of course you're my niece. I'm proud of you." He looked at my parents, which is something she should hear from you more often. My mother reached across the table toward me. "I am proud of you, Rachel. So incredibly proud. Are you?" I pulled my hand back. "Or are you just saying that because 73 family members just watched you realize you've neglected me for 3 decades? She flinched. "That's not fair. Fair would have been you asking about my house hunt when I mentioned it last year. Fair would have been you celebrating my promotion to director with the same enthusiasm you showed when Vanessa became a junior manager. Fair would have been you treating both your daughters like they mattered equally." Vanessa stood abruptly. "I'm going to get some air." She walked away quickly, shoulders shaking. My father watched her go, then turned back to me. "She's upset. She should be," I said. "She's realizing that her entire worldview was built on favoritism she never questioned. That's uncomfortable, but it's necessary." Grandma Helen cleared her throat. "Rachel, I'd like to see this house of yours. When can I visit?" "Anytime, Grandma. I'll text you some dates." "Good. I want to see what my granddaughter built while her parents weren't paying attention." She shot my parents a sharp look. "I told you 10 years ago this was happening. You didn't listen." My mother's makeup was fully destroyed now. "I know, Mom, you were right about all of it." Uncle David stood up. "Rachel, I'm going to head out soon, but before I do, are you happy in your house and your life?" I thought about my craftsman with the morning light streaming through original windows, my garden where I had coffee every Sunday, my office where I worked remotely 3 days a week, my life that was wholly, completely mine. "Yes," I said, "I'm really happy. Good. That's what matters." He hugged me. "Keep being amazing and send me more photos of that house. I love a good restoration project. I will." After he left, the reunion slowly resumed around us. Kids went back to playing. Adults went back to eating. but my parents sat frozen at the table, the weight of 32 years of neglect settling on their shoulders. My father finally spoke. "Can we see it? The house. Can we come visit?" "I don't know," I said. "Can you sustain interest in my life for more than one guilt-driven visit? Can you remember where I live 6 months from now? Can you stop treating Vanessa's every move like breaking news, while treating my major life events like footnotes?" "I want to try," he said. "We both do. Trying isn't enough, Dad. Either you change or you don't, but I'm not going to coach you through learning to care about me. I'm not going to make it easy or comfortable. I've spent 32 years making myself small and easy to ignore. That ends now." My mother buried her face in her hands. "We've lost you." "No," I said quietly. "You just finally noticed I've been gone for a long time." I stood up, gathered my purse. "I'm going home to my house, the one you didn't know existed." "Rachel, please," my father started. "I need tea." "Ime," I said. "Time to figure out if I believe you can actually change. Time to decide if I want to let you into the life I built without you. Time to heal from 32 years of being invisible." I walked to my car through the park. Behind me, I could hear my mother sobbing, my father's voice trying to comfort her, cousins murmuring. I drove home to my Craftsman on Elm Street, pulled into my driveway, looked at my blue-gray house with white trim, my garden full of roses, my porch where I sat every evening with a book. My phone buzzed. "Vanessa, can I visit? I want to see your house. I want to know you. Really know you?" I typed back, "Maybe I need time to think about it." Another text. "Uncle David, you handled that with incredible grace. Proud of you, kiddo." I smiled, texted back, "Thanks for caring enough to ask." Inside my house, I poured another glass of wine, stood in my living room with the exposed beams and brick fireplace. My space, my achieve. Meant. My phone rang. "Mom." I stared at it for 3 rings, then let it go to voicemail. It rang. Again. "Dad," voicemail. I sat on my porch as the sun set, watching my neighborhood come alive with evening sounds. Dogs barking, kids being called in for dinner, life happening around me. I'd built a good life here, a life my parents knew nothing about. The question now was whether I wanted to invite them into it. But regardless of what they did, I'd be fine. I had a $1.3 million house that was mine. I had a career I'd built through my own hard work. I had a life that didn't require their validation. I was enough. I always had been. They just hadn't been.